All right, here we go. So I think here we're seeing good understanding of coverage by Monkey Moon. But I'm afraid that Exotic's gonna want to go down, and it would be really good for him to stay DC.
Yeah, because this is a correct DC position.
Yeah. I think Daniel's facing this. I'm gonna just double check real quick. So he's leaving this way, and I almost want to say Orange is playing this incorrectly, because coverage can turn in on this, and then their pressure can turn to the side, and then he's just ready.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just very, very messy for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, the only place this is going, if Atomic doesn't get it, is to the right. Like, just if any 50 goes to the right.
Yeah. So Atomic does.
Yeah. Now, look at the match. Look at how much they're match.
Yeah. Even it's the same thing here. Even just that the 50 is happening, having someone there and ready is so crucial here.
Mm-hmm. As long as Atomic turns to his left.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Exotic's also playing really awkward. I would honestly love now for Monkey Moon to pressure and then Exotic to fake and then go back.
Because if Monkey Moon were to stay there and Exotic were to go pressure, it's like, yes, he's in an okay spot. I don't necessarily mind it, but also he would just lose out all of his momentum and he just becomes a sitting duck.
Yeah. I hope Daniel cuts in tighter. That would honestly make this really hard for Blue to figure out because it's already messy.
Mm-hmm.
Atomic doesn't turn. Daniel goes wide. Everyone's playing incorrectly.
Man. But actually, Monkey Moon, is he going? Monkey Moon might be good. No.
So Atomic does start turning, which is better than not, but it's a
Yeah,
little
yep.
late. Yeah, now Beast Mode's committed. Yeah, so this is no matter what, this is gonna resolve. This is a 3v2.
Because look at Daniel.
Yeah, and then Daniel's gonna be a lone man on a 3v1 eventually. Just via numbers. I noticed this a lot. There's like almost a formation when this happens. Like you have your pressure, your DC, and then like uh support. Like it is obviously it doesn't happen every time, but most of the time I see this happening. Okay, Daniel does turn in earlier. Atomic
That's
turns
okay.
off.
We like that.
Monkey Moon and Jolly are double committing. Jolly turns off. Okay. I would have honestly loved if Atomic were to just wait a little bit longer.
That's actually exactly what I was going to say.
Because his coverage is also pressure by presence, really heavy, and then they have to stick to this wall. And then it buys time for beast mode, and then Daniel can have an easy rotation just through the middle of the field.
Exactly. And the thing I like about this as well is with Atomic being there, this is a situation in which I don't mind a little bit of overlapping coverage. Like if Dan on the blue side. Oh, hello.
I think I lagged out for a second. What were you saying?
Oh, okay. So what I was saying is, this is a situation in which I wouldn't mind a little bit of crossing a bit of coverage, just because if Daniel were to sit somewhere close to between the midfield and the first boost pad up on the blue side, so just a little right directly in the mid, like the center of the field and the first boost pad above it, like in that area, that is still a very non-committal place to be covering from. So even if he was just facing the side or anywhere there, just being in that position, it's very non-committal. He can turn back and go to defend, but it's reinforcing that they have coverage over the ball in the sidewall. Then they can't just take it and just like fly with it down the field. So like if Atomic had stayed and Daniel had just started to creep up a bit, then not only do you have the pressure by presence from Atomic, but you also have the options from Daniel, and Beast Mode is just, he's around. But
Yeah, this would also punish the no DC, because if the ball does 50 really far, he just beats for free.
yeah, he beats everybody.
Yeah, now Daniel's got to
It's
cover
so
what Atomic should have been
it's so
covering.
passive. Like this is such a defensive rotation.
Yeah, nobody's turning in. I would argue Atomic should turn in here because they need to argue this ball. If they just keep letting this ball just go down the field, they're gonna run out of time eventually. So him even fake turning is gonna be really good here. Or even better, I would argue a 50 because Daniel's in a very, very good position for anything.
Well, what I'm finding a lot is they are trying, like they see a vision of what will be advantageous. In this situation, they see like playing defensively will, not get them scored on. So they're moving to fit a position instead of making their position valuable where it is. Like with correct comms, your teammates can validate your position where you are. Like being upfield cherry picking usually is meaningless, but if your teammates are like, or you say passive, or your teammates are like, yeah, passing or something like that, that now validates your position. And like for Daniel right here, without anything, this is a very weak position. He's just far. Like he's not close enough to have an impact now, when he's going to have to do something close to his goal because they're progressing down the field quite quickly. But this is the situation in which, like, yes, he made the mistake by rotating so wide, but there are opportunities that we've seen and actually outlined a couple of them where changing, like his teammates changing their position now makes his position valuable.
Yeah, exactly. I really hate that as well because G2 has shown they know how to play correctly and then they just don't.
For the first 3 seconds of every kickoff.
Yeah. Is Daniel turns it?
Oh my.
This is this is like trying to beat a horse in a running race.
When you are a snail.
Exactly. Like the reason Atomic should go here is because of the distance. It's like Daniel is so far from when he started turning, it's not worth it anymore.
Not threatening. Atomic turning is threatening.
Yeah. And especially here, what's the plan for after the 50? It will end up to exotic. Like even
Yeah.
if Atomic 50s, then Daniel's able to turn back, but it's just like
Yeah. Turn back or at least pressure what exotic's covering.
yeah, exactly. I think I'm gonna, if you're fine with it, Lynn, I'm gonna move both of these individuals onto the stage, or ask or invite them to the stage.
Wait, can I raise my hand? What is this?
Why wouldn't I? Yeah, practice got over just a couple minutes late.
Yo, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Pala Walla Walla.
Paul,
Yo, what's up?
All right.
I'm gonna be muted up.
Oh, all good, all good.
Yeah.
Exotics double committing on Trolley. Yeah, this is
they're overcapitalizing on their pressure here. Like blue team, this is a time where they are too gung ho about what comes next and not stopping to think what's happening now. Like just because you are having an offensive threat doesn't mean that you can just send everybody up and do the same thing.
I think. Oh, this is gonna be. This might seem weird because First is still part of Strive, but I actually tried out for one of the Strive teams, specifically the RLCS team, and I don't know why they're a champ team for RLCS. That shit makes no sense to me. But anyways, I tried out for their team, and they were describing almost exactly this to me, and I'm like, so we have no defensive players.
So was this like recently or?
No, this was like months and months ago. This is a long time.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah. But it's almost like there's this resistance to not being all in for a play that might not work.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very strange, especially after we're seeing now Atomic's gonna have to go DC because Daniel's going all in, and then they get a free shot, or if they play it even more correctly, they get a free passing play, and it will be a guaranteed shot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just I feel like especially the culture in Rocket League, it's gonna have to change eventually, or else nobody's
Mhm.
gonna evolve.
Like right now, the 3 blue players, it looks like a coordinated car show, like an air, like you know how in the like for example like groups like the Snowbirds and other like fighter jet groups that do like those cool tricks in the sky and synchronized flying.
Yeah.
It looks like that, but Rocket League.
Uh,
Like they've got like perfect spacing away from Drawley on either side of him. They're just like flying steady.
Yeah, Exotic actually pulls the trigger on this. I would argue this isn't Exotic's ball. Because now they will exclusively play on this side of the field.
Which, keep in mind, is where everybody is.
Exactly. And not only that, this is predictable. We've been, 3.5 minutes in? And this is how every aggressive play has worked out?
It's like in regular soccer, people say bring it up the sides. But that doesn't mean never bring it up the middle.
Yeah, exactly. So I would have loved for Exotic to even slowly move up forward, because Monkeyman's a little committed and he could potentially be covering something back if he understands that Exotic's going to be support. I would love that, and then for him to kind of sit here, just right there. Drawley has a passing option, and if something looks really juicy, he could be committed and start demoing.
Exactly.
Beast Mode's been out of this entire fucking play, and we've already had 2 double commits. Yeah, Exotic goes. Now Drawley's late to this coverage. This coverage should have already been here by now. And now we're going to see a 1v2 for no good reason. That's really smart for Daniel to fake, but it should have been Atomic that went initially. Because now Atomic's going to have to kill his momentum or fake his momentum in order to actually end up DC. Either way, he's going to have to sit there, but now it's going to be awkward. I hope, for the love of God, Beast Mode immediately turns in and starts demoing. Because Monkey Moon right now is out of the play, Drawley's out of the play. And they are most likely going to win this interaction if they can keep numbers. This is really hard for Blue. Drawley's going wide. Monkey Moon could have turned up a little bit farther. Atomic didn't go DC, and Daniel's covering the same shit. I would have loved to see Monkey Moon almost here, with his coverage forward instead of to the side.
That's what the Monkey Moon.
And this is much more different than the Flakes turn. Because this ball's always going to head to the right. There's no reason to, right now, immediately need to fake or anything. Up here, turning in slightly would work because Drawley should have been over here. Or not Drawley, but Exotic should have been over here if Drawley went for the ball. But then this is a lot more lethal.
Yeah, because they're playing to the side of the field that doesn't currently have strong coverage.
Yeah. Beast Mode didn't turn in either. If he would have turned in, that would have negated this entire play. Monkey Moon would have been threatened. He could have faked the demo. He could have gone for Drawley. And then he could have also faked
everybody.
that and then gone for Exotic. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Like, Beast Mode deciding not to do this, he's already out of the play. He's already overcommitted. Why not just make it useful?
That's the same thing that I was saying before, about making use out of the position that you're in, instead of trying to get to a position that you think you should be in right now. Like, it's what I do in a lot of my games, too. Is like, what can I do from where I am right now? Where is the closest point on the field that has value for the team?
Exactly, yeah. I'm trying to do that more and more. I'm starting to understand coverage as well more. I don't want to say more intimately. I don't fuck coverage. But
You sure? You sure? BFFR.
but it's a lot easier to play. Respecting and then also understanding when you can be mobile.
Mhm.
What the
And when you
fuck,
shouldn't. Also, when you shouldn't be mobile.
exactly.
Like, for example, like really early when Atomic should have just stayed. Don't be mobile. Be immobile.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of these players, like we've seen Falcons, where having a ones approach to the game is so much better. Whereas almost all of these guys play like it's twos.
Yeah.
I almost want to say this is still better. And then we could have seen Drawley do the same shit Atomic could have done, and you could have just stayed here. And then while this is happening, Monkey Moon just slowly turns sideways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's just a tempo thing too, because right now he's not covering anything. He'll be covering something later, but covering something later doesn't matter if it already gets past what you should have been covering. Like covering something after the fact doesn't help.
Yeah, exactly. Like him overcommitting and then just realizing he should have been back, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I love Exotic's positioning though, because Daniel and Atomic really shouldn't be here, covering the same thing. So if he can simplify who's not going, this is just a free net. And because beast mode's also out of the play, this makes it very, very trivial at this point. It's just who wants to go. If they were right here, but it has to be Drawley right now.
Yeah.
Daniel turns back. Atomic's going. I would have loved
and
for
Monkey.
Exotic to be more threatening.
Yeah. Bit of a harsher angle.
Yeah, exactly.
And Monkey Moon is just still like now he's waiting,
Yeah,
but
they're like
I don't
doubling up coverage almost.
I don't like this waiting as much as the waiting before.
Yeah, like the coverage doesn't mean much of anything here. Sure, you get past one guy and it's to the next guy, but it's the same thing over here. He just turns.
Yeah, and also I prefer that turning because I would much rather play it into my corner than try and play it back into where there's a lot of coverage. Like the only way that, let's say, for example, Atomic gets it around Drawley, Monkey Moon has to basically challenge him head on, and that's going to the left. Who has coverage on the left because they're more mobile? The orange team.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in any situation, unless you like roll it up the wall and go for a solo play, you're just playing back into their coverage. Whereas if you roll it back to the wall, allow a bit of a reset, you're playing into your own coverage.
Exactly, yeah.
And the nice thing I really like about that too, that's kind of underutilized or misunderstood, I suppose, is that when you play it back, you are allowing the other team to get a demo and it most of the time be okay. Like if you have a mate that is just like up there, very little boost, not going to be very mobile or able to come back, and they hit it back and you bring it to your corner, the person who got demoed is going to be back instead of rushing all the way back. So keeping that option open of, oh, if somebody gets demoed, we can just play into more of our coverage because we know that our teammate is going to spawn somewhere back here, rather than have him boom it away, and then that person who's still not very mobile, like Exotic's in a really good position, and I like it. But if the play changes quickly, he's not going to be able to get back unless he can just haul it straight back. But comparatively to everybody else who has momentum and everything, he'll be slow. So if the team plays around that fact, knowing that like, how do we play this in case one of us gets demoed? Because if this goes poorly and Atomic gets his past Drawley, it's at best a 1v1.
Yeah.
At worst, a 3v1. So,
Yeah, Exotic's almost doing the thing where I severely do not recommend in ones. When you're low boost, you either want to be 50ing or ready for the shot. You don't want to be an in-between.
yeah, because that's flick territory.
Exactly. And he's not going for the demo. He's not rotating back. He's kind of just existing in no man's land. And sure, this coverage looks appealing, but it's the same thing as this here. It's just Drawley turns, and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I also want to say I think Beast Mode should have turned a little bit like right here to keep this really open for Orange. Because then Orange just basically has owned this entire half of the field.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, this diagram looks crazy.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
All right. Okay, now Exotic's still going. Hold on, BRB.
Do 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 do. Do 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 boo do 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 do
All right, I'm back.
do. Welcome back.
My brother's gonna go eat some community chili.
Ah,
Where's the community chili?
It's at the community building in Uniontown.
Oh,
can I
does he know
come?
people? Does he know people that are going?
I don't know. I don't even know who's gonna be there. Ryan just said, "Hey, there's chili," and Joey's like, "I'll be there."
Yeah,
Ryan.
he could probably run there. Him and his running.
I would love, honestly, for Beast Mode to have turned here, first of all.
Yeah.
But then I would love for Daniel to be more active with his positioning, because if this ends up going bad, then Beast Mode just turns back and he's covered.
Yeah. There's no need for Beast Mode to go now, because like then one of them has to go and it shouldn't be Beast Mode, because if Beast Mode goes, then Daniel just stays there and he's only covering like a sliver of the net.
Exactly.
So Daniel now is in a position to be mobile, and Beast Mode is in a position to be immobile. So do a little reversey poo, do a swap, do a switch.
Yeah, it's like it's very hard to explain coverage to people who just don't care. Because this ultimately it's control of the field, basically, what coverage is.
Mm-hmm.
And you can exchange with your own people very easily. Very easily. Especially if you're playing close like this. And Falcons actually shows that a lot, where they have two people here, and they need someone to go on pressure and the other to go on defense. And sometimes it ends up like this, or sometimes it ends up like this.
Oh, I can't see anything changing on the screen.
Can you see this?
I can't see anything.
I'll restart the stream. The scream. Alright. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay. Where sometimes they X their players, or sometimes they split. And either way, they're demonstrating, okay, if we still want to change, we can still you know what I mean? It's
the options. It's the ability to do things. And Falcons does a lot of things really well, but I think that's one of the better ones. It's understanding, like that they have an understanding far beyond any other team that I've seen play to date of when it's okay to match coverage. Like, it's at the very beginning, the first few times we were doing the analysis, I talked about like that needle that would eventually lead to the knockout punch, and that's not a position we've seen from any other team, not even once. Like, and it's because first of all, it would require that understanding of like, don't cross coverage, but then the understanding of when it's okay to cross coverage, because we see what the Falcons, they will start creating that needle where all three of them are like 100% matching each other's coverage. They're like literally in a direct line. But then they use their comms and coordination to cut off strategically. Like the person who is farthest back might turn out towards midfield, or wherever they can cover the most space. Because as the furthest back, you can cover the most of the field, so it makes sense for you to turn there. Maybe the person who, let's say you're on the right side, going up, like maybe you're right on red, and you're going up towards the blue side on the right wall. The right like the second person in line might just turn up the wall if the 50 looks like it will go up there, like any number of things, right? But they turns that they start from having coverage that is completely matched to covering almost the entire field really quickly. And it's not necessarily like when we say that like you should not match coverage with people, it's the prolonged matching of coverage. Like when you have there's a lot of situations in which it's good to be matching the coverage because it keeps your options open. It looks to see who is more mobile, and whoever is better to go for a ball can go. But you can't stay in that position. So like a good kind of base rule is don't just follow people around. Like find value. Find value as your own player. Find like what I would call the one's value in the position.
Yeah, exactly. I actually really like that you called it that, because that's how you train.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Exotic's still doing the same shit, though. He's not committing. I actually hate now that Monkey Moon's positioning's like this. Because Drawley is sideways and he's ready OC. If Monkey Moon starts playing like an aggressive support, it's very hard for this ball to get past. And even then, he just stops here. He's ready to turn. And so is Drawley.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Exotic can actually commit on the play he wants to. They're treating this guy like he's still in the play, even though he's not.
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of jealous about Falcons, because their understanding of who's active in the play or not is instant and accurate, and I love it.
Yeah, I would agree very much.
Okay, I hope Daniel goes at DC now. And Exotic's still not pulling a trigger or going anywhere. Monkey Moon's finally starting to turn now, but Drawley's also turning into it.
And beast mode.
Yeah, now we're seeing where if Daniel was right here and beast mode was right here,
it's doing
this would be
again.
so clarified so quickly. Any interaction by Drawley that ends low, Daniel would have. Any interaction that goes far with a 50, beast mode would have. If something gets past Daniel, beast mode has it. This is basically like a fortress in chess.
Yeah. This is 3 queens.
Yes, sir. Okay, what is happening here? This is one interesting position. Okay, so Daniel's starting to go DC, and then Beast Mode's going support. So this is a lot better now, but it could have been way better like when Beast Mode was like over here.
Yeah.
This isn't also bad right now because he is turned upfield. I hate that they've earned the right to fuck up, but then they just don't care. Like if Monkey Moon was already here before, he could now be reading the momentum of this ball and reading the momentum potential, and he could potentially even be farther this way, and then Exotic could come behind him and cover what he's not covering. Like a lot of what they're doing ends up looking correct, but it actually isn't.
Yeah. Well, a lot of it is correct 2 seconds ago.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, now he's just reading it and he's late to it. Daniel's going to get the ball. I don't think Beast Mode should be turning off of this. Yeah,
unless he called like pass or something. Unless Daniel's confident.
Yeah. Either way, he could just slowly be creeping up, and then he could instantly turn backwards. play coverage, or even better, he could fake a demo and then turn to coverage. Obviously, this is still a all or nothing play with Atomic also being committed.
Mm-hmm.
But we are relying on that DC positioning now. Yeah, now Beast Mode's getting ready. I want to see how Trolley ended up there. Okay, so he also got committed. Oh, this is a juicy demo. Holy shit. If Exotic gets the demo here, they're instantly winning this. Ah! So close. Wait.
Boing.
Yeah, Exotic's turning off for no reason. Like, even if he recorrects it, why even turn back in the first place, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is really good as well for coverage. Even though he's faking his boost amount by doing it, he's claiming coverage of the field that they wouldn't have otherwise. Like, this is a lot better right now. And this is much different than how they were covering before, because the play is going to end up staying in this corner for a little bit. So this coverage is, I would argue, it's pretty fine.
Yeah.
But this is, like, this only works if they can coordinate. And so far we have seen human error, incorrect comms, and a ton of other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still staying off. So now instead of this being a 3v1, in a very literal way, where Exotic would be covering what Monkey Moon isn't and Drawley would be taking space, this is a 1v1.
Yep.
Yeah, Beast Mode's getting ready. And he actually has the outplay touch. Monkey Moon has to fuck off here. Yeah, now Orange has earned time and space for no reason.
Is Monkey Moon gonna fake or go?
Is he going? He's just driving on the wall.
He is.
He's just driving.
That was weird.
Yeah, he just drove. Okay, now I hope Orange gets their formation correct. Because this looks like it could be good, especially if Daniel conserves boosts and ends up here. And Atomic ends up somewhere over here with coverage. Because this shot's going to be really hard to save then, because Blue can't put it anywhere.
That's true.
Okay. Exotic's turning. It's probably going to end up being a 50. No, it ends up to the side. Monkey Moon's back. Daniel starts turning. Yeah, now we're seeing if Atomic was right here. This would be so much more punishing for Blue. He actually stopped boosting. Yeah, and Daniel's playing into it. Monkey Moon's getting back. Trolley's pressure. Exotic could be support. Atomic's up. I don't see a reason that this would go in. Like
In almost any scenario.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't think this goes in almost any scenario.
Yeah. I'd also love for Daniel to turn up and start taking coverage. Yeah, Exotic he pre-jumps this, and then Monkey Moon comes in for after. And this becomes a 2 scenario if the first guy goes, and then the guy gets it.
If Atomic is calming that he's gonna get this, Daniel, make a hard right cut. Cover that side of the field and pressure there. Like, just predict where the play is gonna be and claim that coverage for yourself. This is the moon landing. Place the flag. You're there first.
Yeah, Daniel's actually because Daniel's committing like this makes Atomic's play overcommitted now. Yeah, and this doesn't go in either. Like, if he were to have faked, like, all the way back here, like, right now, if he were to fake, that would have been even better. He's still out of position, but that would have been so much better than what the fuck this was.
Yeah. It just looks wrong. It looks like it's out of position in the play. Like, it looks like... You know how you can go into a replay plugin and put yourself in a scenario?
Yeah.
It looks like a champ did that. Like a Diamond champ player just went into this and was like, ooh, ball!
Yeah. I want to also see if Monkey Moon's not urgent here. Yeah, he isn't boosting. So we see Drawley turn up for DC. Exotic could have probably stayed around here. Now this is yet again still scary. He probably would have wanted to stay around here. Now his coverage would have been really fucking little, but it would have been enough to save if this was a shot. And then Monkey Moon could have pushed up like this.
And then the nice thing about Monkey Moon staying still as well is if what I was saying before did play out and it went over and Daniel made a hard cut and was covering, then that would allow Monkey Moon to pressure that shot opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Because now any touch from Daniel is into him or savable.
Exactly.
Oh, lives in a pineapple under the sea. Sorry.
Pants.
I'm losing my mind from this gameplay.
Oh man, the first few times we played the RLCS replay analysis when we watched Falcons, I felt so smart after playing the games, but now I just feel like monkey challenging after every time I watch a replay.
Okay, so Atomic gets the touch. Beast Mode is... I'm gonna watch Beast Mode as well, because he did commit, but he could have... Yeah, he could have left right there. And he's committing for the boost. This is yet again a misunderstanding of a one's positioning. He's not going to get a bump, demo, or boost. It's just not going to happen.
This is a pick the lesser of two evils, and the lesser of two evils is going back.
Exactly. Yeah, now Beast Mode is yet again sharing coverage with Daniel, and Atomic's just committed. Daniel can't really go. Was that bugged boost? I think that was bugged boost. Yeah, now they all fucked off. They all committed into nothing.
They saw a ghost.
I actually really love Blue's positioning here, though. This is a lot more correct than before.
It's so threatening and safe.
Exactly.
Not like a needle, but it's something. And they're going away. Stop this! Stop.
Yeah, if Monkey Moon would have just kept going, and then Exotic were to support that and something over here,
it would show so much team chemistry and dominance if you just keep that little triangle and just mosey on up the field.
Okay, better.
Like, imagine.
Yeah, now we're gonna be seeing the repercussions of committing into something that's already committed, and then making an incorrect aggressive turn. I think this is the first time in this game we've seen a bad play be punished. Which is fucking crazy. These are all pro players and they're all fucking up frequently. But anyways, I would love Monkey Moon to show urgency here yet again. Because if he shows urgency, he just becomes more of a presence. Here, like, an air dribble flip reset fake could then also go to him. That's a fucking mouthful of a mechanic, but it's very possible at this level of play, and it would also be very lethal, because then you have to respect an aerial attack and then a grounded attack. Very hard to predict that. And then Exotic has earned time to do the Flakes turn. And then
Exactly.
everything is magically covered.
Like, and Daniel was just focusing on the ball, and then boom, Great Wall of China in your face.
Oh, almost.
What's that called?
So Exotic doesn't go for the boost, which is fine. It's just now Monkey Moon has to play tighter because Exotic's playing into him a bit. Beast Mode's ready to go.
What? Is everyone at the dog?
He does go for the flip reset.
Oh.
What the
Is it
fuck?
dog fight?
We see this like we're playing with possession on only one side of the field, where the other half is completely free, and we should have been the entire time. Because now this 50 is going to end badly. Unless Monkey Moon now jumps and he reads this 50 or whatever's going to happen. But even then, Exotic's going to be out of position. He's going to have to break his neck 4 or 5 times just rotating.
Why did my team go to one of the objectives for the whole match?
Yeah, Monkey Moon's now ready for the pressure. Yeah. Even though this worked out, it should have never worked out.
Yeah.
Atomic's ready on this. Daniel should have been turning in now. Beast Mode should have been up. Atomic should have been trying the demo. Incorrect DC as well. This is a perfect example, actually, of incorrect DC and it not working. I think this is the first time we've seen a kickoff in the past 2. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if there's meta kickoff. Nope, we see conventional.
Traditional kickoff.
Now let's see if there's someone losing.
Do it. 4 games.
Exotic tries losing. Beast Mode doesn't, though.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, I love Blue's
point of just
thing
running
a lot
into
more
someone?
because they're following the flows of
Yes.
interaction.
Like, what's that
Whereas now we have 2 people trying to fight on one ball here.
Also,
No, like,
if Beast Mode was trying to win it, I would have loved to see Atomic just be more to the right. Just trust the process.
Exactly, yeah. It's like there's a plan here, just believe. Or even better, just meta kickoff.
Exactly.
Yeah, now Atomic's already committing on this guy. That's like, if they would have just done meta kickoff, and then Atomic could be over here, and then he could have been instantly back. Like, the coverage is crazy. Like, you have a guy that's on the ball over here and over here. Like, how do you get through this? Yeah, now Beast Mode is about to be
we're getting
flown. Yeah, they're fighting over boost now. An RLCS team is arguing about boost.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Blue's got the easy. I actually really love Blue so far. I think they've played this pretty close to perfect.
No.
Yeah,
I
now
would agree.
Jolly gets the outplay touch. Monkey Moon's ready. Exotic can turn upfield. Fuck.
Oh my gosh, we're winning. Nope.
This is a misunderstanding of threes, actually. We see two committed players and a guy that's out of the play. So, if he would have turned upfield, this would have been crazy good. Yeah, now he's just turning upfield anyways. Yeah, this is really good. Monkey was just claimed a ball by breathing. Daniel can't challenge because it's an outplay touch. If Exotic was a little closer by turning a little sooner, then this would be that much more lethal.
Alright, we're chilling.
I love the flakes turn, though. That's good. I fucking love that.
Yeah. Don't see many of those.
We have 2 people wanting to play DC. Daniel up already.
It's discombobulated.
I would either love for Beast Mode to be farther to the side or Atomic. If Beast Mode goes to the side, then Atomic takes over DC. But I would love that because he just takes coverage where the 50 could end. Yeah, and then Exotic's ready. Jolly, don't fucking go. Oh my gosh. Beast Mode's down, Atomic's ready. Beast Mode should have...
No.
Beast Mode should have been staying DC and... Jolly's ready there. This is a one's misunderstanding yet again. He just... I want to see if he sees Atomic. He's there, he's ready. Yeah, he sees him the entire time. So instead of having an outplay touch to the side, let's say, which actually would have earned time and space, because Beast Mode's heading in the opposite direction. This would have gotten past Atomic, and then this possibly could have gone to Monkey Moon. That's if Beast Mode doesn't half flip backwards. But the outplays are so valuable. The fakes are so valuable. The faking is so, and we're not seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
Good coverage from Drawley. Good recognition that he needs to go back as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is just it.
I don't mind that he did a little bit of fakies there.
Yeah, no, me neither. I think that was good, and it was good recognition that he should have left.
Mm-hmm.
I love this positioning if Daniel flakes turns.
Yeah.
Beastman's about to die. And Daniel's overcommitted.
Eesh, this went south really quick.
Yeah, this is not... I'm gonna...
No, this is just so... Oh man, if blue gets an outplay touch around them, this presser shifts so quickly.
Yeah, Atomic's fully committed. I also want to think he doesn't need to boost like this. Like, he gets closer, but he can hold the outplay touch. You know, it's up to him, though, what he wants to go for, because they're pros, they're confident and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But this earns so much time for Daniel. Like, it's crazy how much time they get just by him slowing down the play. Yeah, now everything's actually defended. Yeah, they're playing correctly with the 2 scenario. And this has instantly become a 1v2. Why, Monkey Moon? Why? I think Beast Mode had to turn off because of the demo, but Monkey Moon should have never be on this ball. Yeah, now Drawley's overcommitted. He flipped into the corner. He's facing backwards. Beast Mode has a free ball. Daniel could have probably just sat, honestly. Just, like, right here. It's yet again... There's this... I think the common theme in this game, if I had to put a theme, is a misunderstanding of ones and a lack of coverage. That's what I would say for this.
I think, and yeah, tied in with that misunderstanding of ones as well is when things should be done, like urgency, and not only the urgency of a play, but the urgency of a position, and like all positions that are advantageous are fleeting. Like, they don't stay for very long. You need to constantly be changing and adapting, and you can't be late to those positions or else they're no longer advantageous.
Exactly. So we do see that turn, and it's exactly what you said. It's late. We're not getting it in time, and
Exactly.
I would love if Atomic did a Flakes turn. We have 2 DC players, which is beautiful for pass. Good pass. I'll play touch behind both DC players. Fuck. Good fake, though. Really good. Now, if he can flick this is just in.
Yep.
Nice. Good shit.
Yeah, let's go.
So either he gets the outplay touch behind them, which is just guaranteed. That's why I said that, because the fake is not guaranteed. But it worked out, so it was really well. Okay. Ooh, lucky. 2 kickoffs in one
Yo.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, whoa.
We are seeing right for orange. So I want to see if they try to lose this then, because I don't think they tried losing last time. So they would both be losing into these corners if both of them were trying to lose. Beast Mode doesn't try to lose, and Monkey Moon tries to lose this way.
Which is weird. Which is really weird.
Yeah, the whole point of having coordination on kickoff is having a plan. There is no plan for orange. Exotic missed? Holy fuck. Yeah, Monkey Moon's ready off of that. This is just another kickoff. And this goes to Daniel. Unfortunate, it happens. Now Exotic needs to be ready for the hard clear. I think Drawley should just instantly go for the side boost, though. There's no reason for him not to. And Atomic could also go for this boost.
I'm cooking some chicken for you.
So Drawley lands, and then he's trying for another 50, which is crazy. He's losing. This is an outplay touch. Yeah.
Now look where he is.
He got
Mr. Trolley.
Yeah, now we're seeing Atomic's getting ready for that. I would almost argue Daniel can keep his momentum going towards this side boost. Atomic turns in here. And then if this goes very low, or if it goes far, this is to either player. And if this is a shot attempt, you have beast mode there and ready. So I think this covers 99% of things here. But this is still very complicated. It'll only work if and only if this is executed.
Which, let's see.
See beast mode flipping, so immediately.
Well.
Monkey Moon's heading back. I actually really like that, but I hate how he flipped here. I would have loved a cut in. He's so much more active here rather than here. Because there's no threat right now. He doesn't need to be DC.
An incorrect DC at that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically right now it's not, but it will become it as soon as Exotic touches the ball.
Yeah. Atomic turns outfield. I actually don't think there's a wrong turn here. I just think it's whatever there's a calm for.
Yep.
Beast Mode's going back. Daniel's there. And we yet again see them all playing on one half of the field.
Yep, every play.
Atomic faked. This is perfect for what we see Falcons do, where we see players rotating within themselves, and a person that's overcommitted or out then gets free reign to go where they want. So this is, I would think this would end really well if they did that, especially because Blue's overcommitted. And Atomic tries to go again. Okay, now he's ended committed. Okay, I really like that play now.
Calm coverage.
Yeah, this would only really be better if beast mode was like here. Other than that, I'm not unhappy with this. I hate how blue ended up like that instead of like this, but this is a lot better than all the other times in the game we've seen.
Yes, I do.
Is he committed? He's going for the demo. I actually really like this committing inside of the net. I like it because you're leaving both players committed. So even though he's having to dodge and Atomic's leaving committed, it's the same scenario. You're just down a player, and they're also down a player. So it's Daniel gets the 50. Yeah, now if Beast Mode was here, he could fake, turn around, become coverage. It would be a lot more simple. Now Atomic has to play coverage, and Beast Mode is now turning back. Yeah, perfect coverage. Exactly what I was saying. Yes, please turn in Atomic, and please defend Drawley. Nice. Now we've lost the ball, though. Monkey Moon's there and ready for it. I'm gonna just see how that happened. I don't know why he'd hit it up. Yeah, I'm not saying that like the... Yeah?
Could have just been mechanical misplay.
Yeah, I actually want to spectate him and see.
Is that's a weird...
Like, hitting it into the wall is... No, he meant to
Like,
do that.
it looked like he was trying to go for a really controlled touch, though. Like, that looked like it was way harder than he meant it.
Yeah.
I mean, you see that a lot from, like, pro players, is they will get a controlled touch right at the wall to start a solo.
Yeah, this is... I don't think that was correct, guys. Monkey Moon was ready. He actually... I think I'm gonna rewatch Beast Mode again because I think he saw Monkey Moon rotate that entire time. He saw Monkey Moon hit it and land. Even a
Now you're seeing red.
Yeah.
He's still wet. Like,
Yeah. He could have just turned off and like the play was committal, but he could have kept himself uncommitted.
exactly.
What the exotic? Yeah, if exotic was actually like landed and forward, this would be a lot better. I'm gonna actually... Sorry for going forward and back a lot.
You're good.
Okay, so he's flipping there. Into Drawley.
Yep.
Atomic gets the touch. Drawley's no longer ready because Exotic should have been there, and then he could have passed it Drawley, and now Drawley has to get the outplay touch. Oh, I think it's also been an hour.
What? You're right.
All right. I'm gonna write this down.
55 seconds. BDS versus G2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Overall, a little bit better.